sticking around. I love me some Landon Roop. And Bill Lasky on Extra Innings, he's going to be talking with him after the game today. So make sure to stick around after the Giants game with Bill Lasky. Landon Roop will be talking with Bill. Looking forward to that conversation. Bill Lasky has just been getting everybody on the Extra Innings. Everyone I want to hear from. Landon Roop, that's my guy. Marty had him last week. And just really insightful. I really want to see how this rotation plans out, how it goes. But we have 1, 2, 3. And I'm still optimistic, getting back to Blake Snell. I am still optimistic, Raph, because they got 4 games in San Diego to start the year. 4 starter, okay. Maybe Keaton Wynn. Maybe you throw him in there. Maybe it's Dalton Jeffries' spot start. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with the 4th starter on that Sunday in San Diego. But Game 5 of the year for the San Francisco Giants opening up on the road is Game 1 in Los Angeles. I will be in attendance. And I want to see Blake Snell on the bump. That's what I want. I want to see Blake Snell. I know he'd be slotted as the 5 guy, but then what happens? You get Blake Snell, Game 1 in L.A., Logan Webb, Game 2 in L.A., Kyle Harrison, Game 3 in L.A. That sets the tone for the season. Lest the Dodgers know, lest the NL West know that we're coming for that. So 808 KNBR is the number. Are you excited about Blake Snell? You can tell that I am excited for Blake Snell. Let me talk to Connor in Dublin. Is he excited for Blake Snell? Connor, you're on KNBR. What's up, man?
Hey, Walter. How are you, man?
I'm doing good.
I'm actually really excited. I think partly.
I can't tell, Connor. You don't sound excited. Give me some excitement, Connor. How excited are you for Blake Snell?
I am super excited.
There it is.
About Blake Snell coming to the Giants. However, I feel like he's somewhat of an overrated pitcher, but at the same exact time, he's still a very, very good pitcher. 2-time Cy Young Award winner. Amazing, right? And I'm sure he could do so much for the Giants. He'd definitely get us 90-plus wins this season, and without a doubt, he will truly be a massive asset alongside with Matt Chapman and Jorge Soler, and we have another great coach, Bob Melvin. Well, not another, sorry. We have a great coach this season, Bob Melvin, and so I'm really excited to see what this season has in hold for us. So that's my thoughts about Blake Snell. Super excited.
All right. Connor, thank you for the call. Really appreciate it, man. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the consensus. Everyone is excited for Blake Snell to join this rotation. And again, Fangraphs, and I want to get everyone's thoughts on this, is what is your expected win total? Connor said around 90 wins. I'm kind of floating around 88, 91 wins for this Giants team. But Fangraphs has the Giants listed as, the last time I checked, was 83 wins with Blake Snell being added to this rotation. I think that's a little small. I think they're undercutting the Giants a little bit. Again, there isn't much to go on with the starting lineup. A lot of people look at this lineup and say that they lack power, and they very much do. But they're going to find ways to get runs across. And again, I was on earlier this week with Kerry Crowley on Sports Phone, and I asked him the question, and this might be ridiculous, but going into opening day, this roster on paper, and again, the game isn't played on paper, and we have to play 162. I understand that completely. But going into this season, does this 2024 Giants team look better on paper than the 2010 Giants team that won a World Series? And that might sound ridiculous, but again, we were coming off of an 2009 season that they just missed the playoffs. Tim Lincecum coming off of 2 Cy Youngs. But that lineup, I felt, was lacking. And again, you have to remember, Cody Ross was not on the team. Not at opening day. Pat Burrell was not on the team for opening day. And that's just the thing. When you look at the opening day rosters for this 2024 team, the lineup in particular, does that stack up against that 2010 team? So 808 KNBR is the number. Going to go out to the phone lines here in a second. Greg in Petaluma wants to talk some Blake Snell. What's up, Greg? Welcome to the leader.
Thank you. Dude, this guy Connor, I don't normally bash on previous callers, but this guy Connor, he says that he being Blake Snell is overrated. He said he's overrated. Oh, yeah, he won a couple of Cy Youngs. As if he stumbled into those or just got lucky. I mean, how can he be overrated? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable to me to hear a guy say that and then mention that he's won 2 Cy Young awards. Anyway, I don't know. I'll let you take it from here, buddy. Thanks.
All right, Greg. Thanks for the call. Yeah, no, Connor, we got to give Connor a chance here. Blake Snell is not overrated. I wouldn't say that. Wouldn't say that he's overrated at all. I mean, you don't stumble into 2 Cy Youngs in 2 different leagues. How many pitchers can say that they've done that? I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. So, yeah, Blake Snell, not overrated. Huge shot to the arm for this Giants team going into the year where we had these questions. What were we talking about every single weekend during spring training? The pitching staff. Questions. Now, Blake Snell is going to come back and is going to add some stability to this pitching staff. Logan Webb, I did notice on the text line, someone did mention, I forget who it is, I did not, it disappeared, but someone texted in that Logan Webb has not looked good this spring. Are you concerned with that? I personally am not. It doesn't sound like the Giants are. It's spring training. When the season starts, it will, I'm hopeful that Logan Webb it's just flipping a switch. So we'll have to see that. He's been leaving balls up, and we know that Logan Webb thrives when the ball is down, induces a lot of ground balls. That is his bread and butter. So we just got to get back to that. Let's go out to Bob in Clovis talking about Blake Snell and his timetable to join the Giants rotation. What's up, Bob?
Walter. You cannot take a pitcher who hasn't thrown and rush him out there. You rush him out there, per Mark Gardner, somebody's going to get hurt. And then what the hell are we going to do? Look what we've done when we rushed Tyler Beatty along a couple years ago when he went through Tommy John. He's gone. He's not even with Pittsburgh anymore. What could happen to Sean Jelly? Rush him along. Can't rush him along. You gotta build them up slowly.
All right, so Bob, what you're telling me is that I will not see Blake Snell in L.A. Is that what you're telling me?
No, you will not see Blake Snell in L.A.
Well, I'm hopeful, Bob. Hey, Bob, what's on the grill, man? I remember you calling in all the time, and you would just tell us all the barbecue.
Today we're not grilling because we're getting ready for Easter, which is really big in my family and my race, which is I'm 100% Polish. So we are doing homemade cabbage rolls.
All right.
Which are, ask Raph. Raph salivates when you talk Polish rolls. So, that's what we're doing. We're getting ready, but we'll barbecue during the season and everything. And like I've talked to Raph, I want to get up there and feed you guys. And but it's a slow process. How many games the Giants going to win this year? I got them at between 84 and 86, around there. And also the part of it is, it's still got to put luck into it. You know what? The key is, as anybody would know, again, I talk to Mark Gardner a lot still, even today. You can't rush people. The key is we got to be healthy. And when it comes towards the end of the season, into September, you just got to be hitting on all 8 cylinders at that time and not rush. And then when you go into the playoffs or the wild card, then we're talking just like last year. I mean, look what Arizona did. They had 84 wins, and you can win it all with them too. So, you know, it's going to be we're going to have a struggle this year. The Giants, you know, yes, we did pick up Blake Snell. Is he a 2-time Cy Young winner? Yes, he is. Logan Webb, how's he going to do? Logan's just going to be fine. But one of the big keys is going to be today. The man that's pitching today, Harrison. Harrison, I think, is going to have a big breakout year. Hendricks is going to do well. Duvall's going to be, all-star this year. So we just got to, like they say, you got to learn you got to walk before you can run.
All right, Bob, fantastic call. Call back anytime, Bob. I look forward to talking to you throughout the regular season. Blake Snell, you don't want to rush him. You do not want to rush him. And the Giants aren't going to rush him. Again, I think it's the fans. I think it's me. We want to see him on the bump for the orange and black sooner rather than later. But again, in all due time, because you want him around for 162. You want him pitching in August, September, and hopefully October, and don't have to worry too much about starts in April. So we're going to take a quick break. I want your win totals, guesses on the Giants. What are your expectations going into this 2024 season now that Blake Snell and Matt Chapman are on this San Francisco Giants team? So 415-808 KNBR is the number, 415-808-5627. Go ahead and give us a call. Drop down your text. I will read them on the other side, and we'll talk about that win total for the San Francisco Giants. What do you think? And we are on Giants warm-up show on KNBR 104.5 and 680, the sports leader. Welcome back to the Giants warm-up show. The final action in Cactus League play. The Giants taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Do have a lineup for you, and then we'll get into the expectations. That's what we were talking about last segment. Expectations for the San Francisco Giants in 2024. We got a lot of reaction on that on the text line, and we are live on YouTube and Twitch. So go ahead and drop us down your thoughts in there as well. But let's go through this lineup. Kyle Harrison on the bump today, final tune-up for spring training. Very interesting. Leading off today, Marco Luciano at shortstop. We're going to talk about Marco Luciano a little bit later, but he is actually doing pretty well. I think he's 6 of his last 10. Had a home run. Marco Luciano is turning it up towards the end of spring. Does that grant him a spot on this opening day roster? Bob Melvin had thoughts on that. We'll get into that a little later. But leading off today, Marco Luciano at shortstop. Batting second, Michael Conforto in left field. Batting third, Wilmer Flores, first base. Batting cleanup, Jorge Soler, DH spot. You got Tom Murphy in the 5-hole behind the dish at catcher. Tyler Fitzgerald, a very interesting story for Tyler Fitzgerald. He will most likely be making this team as the super utility. I mean, he could play any spot on the diamond. All outfield positions, could play all around the infield. So he's batting 6th at second base today. Pablo Sandoval is batting 7th at third. You got Victor Barracote. Am I saying that right? In right field. And Ismael Munguia, my guy from Nicaragua, Chinandega, Nicaragua, batting 9th in center field. So your thoughts. I'm going to go out to the Golden State Lumber and Building Materials text line. We got thoughts on the Giants win total. I got 650 saying 73 to 79 wins. I think that might be a Dodger fan. That's a little low. That's a little low. 73 to 79 wins, 650. All right, not going with that one. 530 says 93 wins. I think they have a solid core, a top-notch coaching staff, and plenty of trade options. I think they will finish right behind the Bums for the first wild card spot. Say hey. I like that one. I like that. But, 93, yeah, that probably doesn't get you the division because the Dodgers, we'll never know. We don't know what's going on with the Dodgers. Everything with Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto getting lit up. Loved waking up to that in the morning. So we'll have to see. We're not just going to hand this thing over now. We're not going to just hand this thing over. We have a solid rotation here for the San Francisco Giants, for the orange and black. So yeah, win totals. I want to hear your thoughts on that in the YouTube chat. Got Mike McCovoy. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Mike. 87 wins. That's good. I like 87 wins. Like I said, I'm sitting. I keep floating around. 87, 88, 89, ceiling like 91 wins. That's kind of what I'm at. But go ahead and give us a call. Give us a text. I'll read them on air. We'll chat about this. What is your expectations for the San Francisco Giants win total for 2024? We'll go out to the phone lines. We got Alex in Sonoma. He has win totals for the Giants of the 2024 season. What's up, Alex? Welcome to the leader.
Yes, good afternoon. Thank you for taking my call. And unlike Connor, I have a tendency to get too excited. So as long as I could speak clear, I'll be happy. I'll give the high water mark of 91 wins when we got couldn't believe that Snare was available still. The free agency market was almost like the NFL draft. It was so interesting because no one was, there's a lot of poker players in the room, let's put it that way. And when Snell came to the Giants, I immediately got really happy, and I'll tell you why also, above and beyond the win total for this season, just to keep up with what the Dodgers are doing. I mean, for goodness sakes, at least now we can, improve our team, and try to be on par with the Dodgers, because obviously what they've been doing for the last 3 years, buying the players that they have on their rosters, almost ridiculous. I am happy that Bob Melvin's going to be in the dugout. Last 3 years between, going analytics and all the big changes in baseball, I've had a 3-year headache. And up until right now, up until last week, actually, I'm starting to feel better. We're going to go back to baseball. Look what Boch did first year back with Texas. He was ours. It's going to be nice to see baseball managed that way, our Giants. I bleed orange and black. I was born in San Francisco. I'm really excited for this season. Snell, we're not going to rush him. Baseball is the longest season of all sports. There's a lot to be grateful for, and thank you for letting me say my piece on the telephone.
Alex, thanks for the call. Really, I could feel the excitement from Alex in Sonoma. He couldn't contain himself, and yeah, that was a big measuring stick for the Giants this offseason, was how it started and how it finished. I mean, if you're talking to me, be in 2023, right, when Yamamoto and Shohei Ohtani end up being Dodgers. Talk to me then. I was not a happy camper. I was not in a good headspace around that time, and I think a lot of Giants fans were feeling that way as well. But then you fast forward. I mean, does this become? This could be another question that I ask to the audience. Has this become the best offseason that the Giants have had? Has it been? I mean, you look at not only the money spent, I mean, because you can't really translate that across decades and all that, but just look at the talent that the Giants have brought in this offseason. You go Jung-Hoo Lee, who we just saw with that RBI yesterday. We just heard it coming into this segment. You got Matt Chapman, Platinum Glove, Gold Glove winner at the hot corner. You got Blake Snell, 2-time Cy Young Award winner. Has there ever been an offseason? For me, I was born in 92. I'm a little young, on the younger side. Was it the 97 offseason where they traded Matt Williams for Jeff Kent, where they traded for JT Snow to bring him in? That might have been the only other huge offseason prior to Barry Bonds signing in 93. So, I mean, this offseason can arguably be the best for the San Francisco Giants. Alex, thank you for the call. Really appreciate it. Let's go out to Ramon in Santa Rosa. Ramon, what's on your thoughts? How are you feeling about the Giants entering the 2024 season?
I'm feeling great. Thank you for taking my call.
Of course, man.
I was going to ask you, do you see any chance that the guy from Nicaragua, Ismael Munguia, is going to make the roster?
Oh, man. I would love that, Ramon, because that just, I'm Nicaragüense. I'm from Nicaragua, and I would love to just see someone from my country be in the orange and black and be in Major League Baseball, because there isn't a lot of guys from Nicaragua. I mean, Ismael Munguia, Chinandega, he will probably not be on this roster, Ramon, but he will be sticking around in the organization, and maybe we get to see him at some point later on in the season. So we'll have to follow that for sure. Ramon, thank you for the call. Call back anytime, man. Really appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break and talk more on the Giants' expectations. And Marco Luciano, is he going to be on this? Going to be on this team? I don't know. We'll have to see that. We will talk about that on the other side and get you ready for first pitch at 1:05. Pregame is at 12:50. And you're listening to the Giants warm-up show on KNBR 104.5 and 680, the sports leader. Welcome back to the Giants warm-up show. Wrapping up here, getting you ready for first pitch, which is at 1:05. Giants final game in Arizona in the Cactus League, taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Kyle Harrison will be on the bump, and it was a lot of fun talking about the Giants' expectations going into the year. You'll have Kerry Crowley on tomorrow, and again, we've been talking about these starters and potential situations, who can fill in the fourth and fifth spot early on in the season. I would love to see Landon Roop. Landon Roop would be amazing if he can get on this roster, this opening day roster at some point and get a start. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. He'll probably start in Sacramento, but Bill Lasky will have Landon Roop on later today on Extra Innings. So make sure to stick around after the Giants game to listen to that interview. I'm really excited about this team. A lot of reaction today for the expectations for the Giants. We've had a range of answers. We had that wild guess from, I think it was 650, that said 73 to 79. Yeah, I'm not going that. I'm not doing that one.
Maybe before Snell.
Yeah, maybe before Snell, maybe before Chapman, maybe even that 73 less than last year's team. No, come on.
They're definitely an improved.
They're an improved team. Come on. But yeah, we've had a range. I have 801 on the text line. 100 wins. Got several people chiming in on the YouTube chat. 95 wins, 90 wins. Someone says a 87 and 75 record. Solid wild card position with this rotation. So that's Mike again in the YouTube chat. So the expectations for the Giants are sky high with Blake Snell. We're gonna have to see when he can come in here. But looking at the guy that's on the mound today, Kyle Harrison, in the final game in Arizona, this signing with Blake Snell for the Giants, it just does a thing of wonders for everyone in this rotation, mainly Kyle Harrison, because Kyle Harrison was named the number 2 starter by Bob Melvin yesterday on KNBR on Murph and Marcus. And he said that the first 3 games will be Logan Webb, Kyle Harrison, Jordan Hicks. Now, that's a lot of pressure for a guy that is going into his first full season as a rookie. He could potentially go out there and win Rookie of the Year. I'm not putting that past Kyle Harrison. But now you slot in someone with the pedigree of Blake Snell. It just takes the weight off the shoulders off of Kyle Harrison, and it slots Kyle Harrison and Jordan Hicks and Keaton Winn. And when Robbie Ray and Alex Cobb come back, it just puts everyone in the positions that they should be in today. So again, on the bump today, Kyle Harrison, final game in Arizona. Cactus League concludes, and Giants baseball is coming up next on KNBR 104.5 and 680, the sports leader.